can you share a little bit about how you differentiate when you're going through the process of whether or not to make an investment, differentiate the expansive investments versus the ones that you say no to?
Yes. I think I'll always look back to like a decision I made. I thought I need business coaching. And I literally like went to the first, I sort of followed a business coach, and, it's almost just went to the first person that I saw. And I thought, oh, well, the price looks good and I need business coaching. So I'll go for that. And it wasn't much more of a decision process. And the person seemed good. And, I can probably say that she probably delivered the value for the price that was on offer, but I think I'll always look back on it and just be just that little bit disappointed. Whereas when I looked into not just like what they're doing for me, but how they are doing it, and their network and their, how they actually run their business, get eyes on that, and always look for someone who's that little bit ahead of where I'm at. And yeah, I think in that it expands me, because I'm not just, as you say, looking at that narrow, like, this is the package, you get this, this, and this, and boom, deal done. It's broader than that. It's opening your eyes. What are they going to bring to their table? All those things that you mentioned, like the qualifications, the experience, all those underlying things that come into an hour of that person's time, their personality, their all of that. What is that person going to bring to the table to actually up level me and my business?
Yeah, I think you made such a good point of when you paid, it sounds like maybe like what you expected to pay, but maybe it wasn't quite a stretch at that time.
Yes.
Yeah. And when that happens, although we think we're getting a deal, oftentimes we don't gain what we actually are looking to gain out of it. So it's actually money lost. It's energy lost.
Yes.
Because we're seeing that bare minimum investment. And I've thought about this too so for instance, in April of last year, I quit my side gig and I went full in with my coaching business. At the time, I had 0 clients because I had just concluded my contract with my client. So I had 0 clients. And up until that point, the max I had ever paid for a coach was $400 a month. So that was kind of like my, in my mind's eye of like what a coach cost. And I knew I wanted a business coach. I had been looking at different business coaches. Similar to you, there was a coach that I saw and I was like, well, the price is right. It seems okay, but I decided not to because of that. I was like, I feel like it's fine. And that's why I didn't go for it. Otherwise, I'm sure I would have had a similar experience that you had as well. But then I found a coach who I really liked. I had gotten value out of some of her content online already, and she was priced at $9.97 a month. And like I said, I just quit my side gig and I had 0 clients. And so making that decision, I was overwhelmed, yet I tuned into this feels right. And I trust this. Part of me just trusted it enough to make the jump. I did play out. I sat down with my numbers. I said, what is the worst that happens? I lose all of my retirement savings. That's the worst that happens. And in my mind, that was worth it. That was worth the risk that I wanted to do at that time. And all my fears, none of them came true. I made my money back. I have propelled my business so much. She was such a great fit. And because it was priced at a point that felt like such a stretch for me, I showed up to that coach. I showed up so powerfully, and that's why the change happened. So yes, it was a greater investment, which means I got a greater return as well.
So cool. Amazing. It really is amazing. I think in doing that, and I think the time piece as well, and I think investing that money at that higher level, stretching yourself to that and sometimes maybe quite risky, it does make us go, well, I want to absorb every bit of value I can get out of this person. and I will make the time, because I've invested the money. I need to match it with the time, and I need to match it with the energy that I'm bringing to this party.